everyone, and welcome to A Filthy Talk, episode 69.
Here we are.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. We're coming to you live from North Vancouver on the traditional territories of the Squamish Nation. We'd like to recognize the privilege to work, play, and create in these beautiful lands, and we encourage you at home to comment with where you're watching from. What traditional territories are you on? I'm Trevor Gemma. This is Chris Livingston. Returning as fact checker / chat liaison, we have Ryan Whyte.
Oh, hello.
And also, you look like you didn't know what a camera worked, how it worked. It's like, and joining us today, we have Jamie Gummo and Holly Brydson.
And
Ruby
Brydson, and there's a Alina Brydson Livingston behind me.
Yeah.
She'll probably make an appearance.
Yeah. You get the wiggle.
This is our last broadcast of the year. This is not our last broadcast of the year. We have one more tomorrow,
Yes.
But this is our last Filthy Talk of the year. So what we are doing is a year in review. We're going to be having a reflection on 2021 with a little bit of focus on our favorite things and the positive sides of not the best year. So
Pandemic life.
All the positive moments of
Yeah.
of
I mean, I've got a
21.
list. I've got a lot of stuff.
To the Great Quar. Can I just start it off?
By all means.
Calling it the Great Quar is one of my things that I picked up from the Bananas podcast, and I find that delightful.
The Great
New.
Quar?
That's what I've
I
learned.
don't think I've
Quarantine.
heard of that. Oh,
The Great Quar.
I was spelling it different in my head.
Yeah.
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 All right, there you go. Yeah.
The
Anyway,
Great Quar.
Great Quar.
I wonder if that's how we'll look back on it.
Yeah.
Okay, I've prepared a bunch of interesting factoids that I looked up that are all positive, good things that have happened in the world in the last year. And I'm just gonna kick one off here. This is an interesting one, not a huge one, but cool. The Philippines are using pineapple waste to create vegan leather.
Dope.
Interesting. I don't know how that works. I'm very curious about that process.
Yeah.
Dehydrated pineapple, maybe?
I didn't look into most of these.
I don't know. Okay. Oh, we can lie.
But
We can play Baldur.
We have a fact checker.
We have a fact checker.
We have a
but
fact checker.
I would be very curious as to what the
Pineapple
I think
leather.
let's just mash it and dry it.
Sorry, what am I doing?
Dehydrated.
Well, and it's the waste, so I don't know if it's coming from like the leaves,
The pulp.
They-
the top, or if
Or
it's
the
like
pokey part?
Like the- yeah,
to
like
get
the-
something that's like leather is the part that I'm curious about.
the outer skin, like
Well,
like
fruit
the
roll-ups are
orange
basically
part.
fruit leather.
I mean,
That's true.
Let it go
true.
long enough, harder, less water.
Although I don't think I'd want to wear a fruit roll-up jacket.
Get real
I
sticky in the
really like
summer.
this right now.
Good for one rain. Vancouver is not the place to wear a fruit leather jacket.
This is a sketch. Write it down.
Yeah, it's kind of cool that
always
they're
surrounded by-
finding like fashion alternatives that are sustainable and reduce, animal cruelty. Not that leather necessarily involves animal cruelty. It's sort of a byproduct of just animal consumption, so
Yep.
it depends on how it's sourced
True.
and methods and stuff.
But then, like, vegan leather is usually just
Plastic.
plastic.
Yeah, which
It's
is
not good.
So,
That's not good at
Yeah.
all.
Not a good choice.
No.
so yeah.
You okay over there?
Holly said this guy's walking around in a leather pineapple jacket. It's like all sticky, like can't open it. I'm thinking of like Flight of the Conchords meets like Ross Geller's New Year's pants.
Oh,
It's
wow.
just not a good mix. And I went into my own little world.
Yeah, great.
There you go.
That sounds like a fun
Good.
world.
Yeah. Good. There you go.
Do you guys, actually, you know what? Before we jump into any of our favorite things, Ryan, you have prepared a few videos for us.
Yeah, well, so Trevor asked all of us to come up with some of our favorite things from the year, and I'm apparently the only one who did the homework.
Yes.
So there was supposed to be stuff from everybody else,
I didn't
but
ask for
instead,
shade.
you're just gonna get a weird glimpse into my head.
Perfect.
These are some of the things that I liked from the past year. I'm also going to probably be putting a blog post up on the Filthy Lot website with a whole lot more. So
Nice.
if any of this appeals to you, there might
right.
be more.
Okay, so do you want to set up this first video at all, or do you want us to just see it?
Yeah.
Can I also just say, like, Ryan just took a toque off. I want everybody to look at Ryan's
yeah.
hair and note that he just took a toque
Oh, yeah,
off.
fuck you, man.
Okay, now we can move on.
Yeah, I like science fiction. I like electronic music. This first video is by this just stupendously, staggeringly talented dude, Melody Sheep. It's the third part in a 3-part series on sort of speculative science fiction that's this like 2.5 hour long 3D animated magnum opus, and this fucking dude did all of it himself. He did most of the models, all the like visual effects, all the writing, all the editing, all the music, all the sound design, everything. It's staggering.
Okay, cool. Let's take a look. If you don't mind playing the clip for us, Alex. Sky Daddy, roll the clip.
But alien life that decides to stay planet-bound will need long-term protection.
What the crap are those? What are these things?
Little alien dudes.
Huh.
Right? They're weird. Weird little clam.
They look
with
like
feet.
clam moths.
They actually look like a
Whoa.
weird bead curd thing I ate in China.
Oh, really?
That looks
That
I don't think you ate one of those.
Also,
That does.
that
look
look
like-
disturbing.
That looked like a face grabber.
That looked really
So
cool.
if that was even remotely interesting to you, there's like 2.5 hours of that shit for
2.5
free
hours?
on this dude's YouTube channel, and it's
Yeah.
all
Really?
just as good. It's
and it
staggering.
Was, sorry, that was
Melody Sheep. on
Life
YouTube.
Beyond? By
Life
who?
Beyond by Melody Sheep.
Melody Sheep.
Melody Sheep.
Wow, that's a hell of a name.
All right, yeah, that is a hell of a name.
Okay,
I have a hard
Melody
time remembering
Sheep.
that, but
Check 'em
Melody
out.
Sheep.
You can
All right, yeah,
subscribe
check
to
it out. Check out the stuff. It looked really good.
Next one's in a sort of similar vein, but
We're gonna throw to these throughout the episode.
okay.
Yeah. And
Well,
I
that's
realized that you setting that up made it more impressive, and I kind of want to react to it with more of a what the fuck.
Okay.
So the next one, we're just gonna see it, and then we're gonna judge it.
Less explanations then.
You can explain afterwards.
Yeah.
Okay. So, does anyone have anything like that they want to share that they really loved this year? That was like either personal or here at the company or
We're still
in the
here.
world. Yeah.
Here. I still stand. Yeah.
That's what I think about. But yeah.
Oh, I didn't do the homework.
Oh no.
I know.
What do you got?
Mine is always that I now have a teeny tiny creature who lets me put clothing on her. And I can't help it. It brings me so much joy. Trevor made me count how many outfits she has now. It's 26.
God.
I've had her since March 31st, which is Lena's birthday.
Poor-
What a kick in the shorts.
yeah.
I know.
I didn't know that it was a birthday tie-in to Adoption Day.
Well,
That's really cute.
yeah, it just happened to be like the same day as Lena's birthday, so it's easy for me to remember. Because we picked Lena up on my mom's birthday, so it was all very simple to remember. But yeah, like, I'm super excited because I have this weird little sassy ginger squad. Ruby and Lena and my cat Chi-Chi, who just happen to all be the same color theme as me.
I mean, you
And
picked them.
No, I didn't.
What?
Chi-Chi picked me at the shelter.
Oh, okay.
And kind of my sister was like, hey, what about him? But he was sitting there staring at us, like just staring at us.
He does that.
Yeah, yeah. It's real creepy, but he's real handsome, so we can get away with it.
Oh, that's a bad standard.
Yeah.
I thought we did away with
For
that.
cats. He's a cat.
Standard for cats is okay.
There's
for
a whole thing about this.
No, and then Lena, we didn't choose her. And Ruby, I sent in a form and said one of these 3 dogs, one of them was all black, one of them was all white, and one of them was this one. And I ended up with this one. And it was, yeah, so I've just inadvertently ended up with like an intimidating amount of redheads in my house, which really amuses me. Yeah, and she wakes me up in the night, but she brings me a lot of joy. And seeing all of them interact also brings me a lot of joy. So that's been my bit of fun for this year.
I've got a one of these things I looked up that kind of ties to that.
Yeah.
There you go.
In that Tinder is being used in Germany to match humans with cats and dogs.
Oh,
So they're actually using a dating app as an adoption app.
that's cute.
Yeah, I guess they're making profiles for all the animals, and then people can look through them and like see if it's a match. Although who's swiping for the animals is what I wonder.
Who's
You
gonna
know what?
swipe left?
No. Yeah,
Not
no.
nice.
Stupid ears,
No.
truly,
No.
mucus.
No.
Oh, that one eats trash for sure.
There is a dating app for cows. and it's called Tutter.
It is true. It is true.
It exists.
It's a dating app for cows in as much as it's used by farmers in order to find other breeders.
Find dates for cows.
Like, so if they're trying to breed a cow, a bull, it's how you be like, oh, I got a bull, you have a mare.
Yeah.
Mare for a cow?
No.
No.
Good for them making something
They're
fun.
called.
Yeah.
Hey,
That's cute.
that's a hell of a way to do it.
Super weird.
It's a real weird way to do it.
Tutter.
And my question to them would be,
Tutter.
you know, clever, well done. How many people are coming on there though, and being like,
So how do I
Bessie
get
there? How do I meet up? Where do we meet? You know, like you got to know there's a factor here. They're like,
they're
no,
really
this
milking
is what
it.
this is for, man.
Oh, Jamie.
This is the year 2021. Very sweaty.
This is my favorite Jamie.
It happens once in a while. I woke up so early today that I was like full of beans at company lunch. Sam and Stephanie prepared us a beautiful turkey
lunch.
dinner. That's probably the highlight of my year.
It's a highlight of me.
Turkey and gravy. Everyone gave me a lot of flack about the gravy. It's like
Gravy. You gotta love it. Oh, you
It
gotta
was
go
delish.
for it.
Yeah, it
You
was
gotta lean in on the
What's
gravy.
going on, Ryan?
We have had our first redemption of what's in the box. And I've prepared a couple of trivia questions for you all here.
Let me just set it up real quick. For those who don't know, if you are new here on Twitch, what's in the box is a prize opportunity for you at home. You will be asked a question by our fact checker, which rotates sometimes, different people. The first correct answer in the chat gets to choose a box 1 through 5.
Right over here.
Yes, and you will win the corresponding prize underneath said box. Go ahead, Ryan.
All right. So, content on YouTube based on this video game cumulatively in the aggregate recently surpassed 1 trillion views. What video game?
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah,
I don't
it's
know if
okay.
I followed the question.
That's okay. We don't need to answer.
But yeah, we got
Totally fine.
the first correct answer. The first answer was a correct answer.
Oh, wow.
Congratulations.
Yeah, it's not surprising.
Oh.
Emma.
Oh, man.
Is Minecraft.
Okay, well, it looks like we're shipping
exactly
something
what I
to
thought.
Gemma.
I thought they were in a different time zone, Pink Emma.
There you go.
You mentioned something about that the other
What
Pink Emma's in
box
Norway.
would you
Yeah.
like?
It's in
nice.
Norway. Oh, yeah, you gotta give us a number.
Yeah.
We'll have to
Pick a
visit.
number 1 through 5, Pink Emma. And also, hi, welcome in.
Yes, hello. Welcome.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining us the other night.
Yeah, on the live
We're still here. We're still alive.
We are still
Thank
alive.
you.
Yeah, there's definitely been some folks in the chat concerned for both of your welfares.
Yeah, we made
We're
it
good.
through.
We're good.
We made it
Like,
through.
how are they still?
A little bit of brain fog Monday and
Yeah, oh yeah, this whole week was a little off.
yeah, a little bit.
But-
I was good by yesterday.
Still here. Yeah, you know.
They're still functional. It's like 80% until yesterday.
Not 25 anymore.
No.
Okay, let's not get cruel.
It's true.
know.
People are like, let's have drinks this weekend. I'm like, Friday only. Saturday, I'm like, what do you think? It's a long weekend? Like, I need
All right.
2 days to recover.
5.
Whenever
Wanna
one
do
of
the
you would
honors?
like
Sure.
to open a box,
Keep
it is
busy.
box
All
number 5.
Number 5.
Oh, I forgot I had wool socks on. Damn it.
Oh, I want that.
Yeah.
Fancy book.
Yes, the new Strixhaven module. This just came out.
Yeah, this came out 2 weeks ago now. So congratulations,
Yeah.
Pink Emma.
We're gonna
you
be,
have won the Strixhaven module, which is a crossover of Magic the Gathering into D&D 5th edition. And we will, if you send us a whisper on Twitch
Nice.
and give us your shipping information, we will send that off to you. You can
padded
also send us an email to contact@afilthylot.com.
Yes, we're going to be maybe exploring that in the new year. Exciting stuff.
Now we can
Let's
talk
see what's
about
going on.
Yeah.
I'm excited. It's going to be good.
Okay, so pets, big milestone for you. Anyone else have any personal milestones they want to talk about?
We're still here.
That's fair.
You know, I know I joke about it, but seriously, we're still here.
Well, I do have one that, you know what, I survived something very difficult this year. I moved to the suburbs.
Oh.
Okay? And if anybody has talked to me in the last 9 months, they'll know that I served on the strata for 10 months. I joined to meet people because it's the suburbs and it's not like you can just like meet up at Johnny Fox's and have a pint and meet new people, you know? So I joined to meet people. and then somebody quit, and then somebody quit, and like before I knew it, I was the president, and I'm a degenerate, so I was not excited about that. My neighbors, I've made some amazing friends, which has been really cool, because I think the last year, when we did year in review last New Year's, I was on, and I think I said I Googled how to make friends as an adult.
Oh, you did.
And it's like proximity, right? I made friends, Ashley and Alejandro and Ryan. I'm so grateful for them. But yeah, I quit that strata shit fast, and I'm gonna write a sketch or a series for CBC, because you can't make this shit up. The suburbs, like, it's been mind-blowingly funny. And I'm gonna have a very Merry Christmas not doing that thankless crap anymore.
I don't
nothing but
envy anybody to be on a strata. I deal with mine all the time, and it's already enough. I wouldn't want to be on one.
Just a bunch of narcs, like, who weren't cool in school, and they just want to stick it to you. It's like, you left your garage door open. And it's like, Susan.
Oh.
I can't with you, okay?
I guess
Sorry.
it's weird because it's almost like people who it's like a form of roommate almost, but like in a bigger
The roommate
sense.
that nobody wants.
Yeah.
Like, if you want to see that, by the way, check out Funny Lot Roommates.
Oh my God, Ryan.
I had a year in review question for Jamie, which was, what was your most popular song on Smule this year?
Oh my God, Ryan, that's such a great question. It was, honestly, it was my favorite song on Spotify too. And it was Wildfires by Salt. And it's about police brutality.
Whoa.
So
It's a beautiful, beautiful song.
Folks at home don't know, Jamie is kind of a big deal on this karaoke app called Smule. I think you did how many songs in the last year? Almost 1,000?
That was my goal, so I was like all sad that I didn't make it. Although I still have a few days till the end of December. I'm trying to get 1,000 songs. I have 979.
Oh, you can
Pretty incredible.
You can get
I
20.
did 3 upstairs. I'm a little.
can
Too
get-
bad those don't count.
You can get 20 more in.
Yeah, easy.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna try twitching. I was really inspired by a recent interview we had to try twitching.
Oh, nice.
I think I'm gonna try some singing in the shower.
I don't think anyone calls it twitching, by the way.
When you say twitching, you just
It's
gotta
the
clarify.
twitching hour.
It's like, are you gonna be twitching on Twitch?
It's
Like
gonna
that's
be-
your thing? Like
I think it's gonna be called the twitching hour, and it's gonna be in the shower, and it's gonna be
I-
a lot of power.
I highly recommend you get that username now.
yeah,
Okay.
that's good.
I'm on Twitch right now.
Now that you've said it,
Someone
like,
help me.
online.
Someone young
Someone's
help
like
me.
twitching. That's good.
That's good.
Capri.
It also might be.
Capri?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think
like that.
shower power twitching hour is a thing yet. If
Shower-
it is, that's my new best friend.
I mean,
At me, brah.
they do have hot tub streams are a big thing, so
Yep.
shower power might you're gonna get a certain audience.
I'm gonna do it with clothes on though. It's gonna be awesome. So good. I'm gonna do the bathtub one too.
You made me
But I'm
smart.
gonna do it in a Rubbermaid bin, like Bev. She's like, I bath in a Rubbermaid bin. I'm gonna do that and play
Photos of
Tetris.
that. Great photos. There, yeah.
Wait for it, Twitch. I'm coming. Oh yeah.
Oh my God.
But you know what you not should do. Here's an idea. Take it or leave it.
Yeah.
If you said you have 21 more to go because you're at 79.
I don't know. Math I can't do on the spot, but
Okay.
yeah, close.
But if you save your last one for New Year's Eve, what are you doing New Year's Eve?
that song?
Yeah.
Do that song?
Do that song.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can do that.
Yeah, do it as your 1,000th song.
Wait, what song?
What are you doing? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
I'll practice it. Get in the
Okay.
tune.
I'm curious to see another glimpse inside Ryan's mind.
Okay. I mean, there's an image up here that I'm like.
Bad.
So this time, no explanation beforehand. Alex, if you could please roll the clip for us so that we may be amazed.
I mean, my brain hurts already.
It's like a moving magic eye. It's awesome.
That's what I was thinking. Magic eye.
It's the colors.
Not, but it's.
Things last name's a breakthrough. Okay, so
Is this a music video again?
I don't hear any music, so I don't know. I don't,
There was supposed to be sound.
oh, there's supposed to be sound?
There is
Okay.
sound. The audience is here.
This reminds me a bit of like the work of Alex Gray,
All
but
right.
not exactly. It's certainly
It's
this, like,
funky.
similar colors and stuff.
Yeah, it's a very funky imagery.
Yeah.
I think a bad thing just happened.
I included that one less so because like it itself is a singularly amazing piece of content. I think it's pretty cool to look at. It's more a really interesting glimpse of the future because that's totally AI generative art where there's this new crop of these apps coming out where you essentially give it a bunch of like source materials that you want it to then create something else from. And so like I've seen people where they've uploaded like a bunch of pictures of like Vancouver special houses to this like app and said Vancouver specials is a type of house in Vancouver that we have that are like lame and ugly and everyone hates them. But then they've said, make an image out of these of the Vancouver skyline, and then it can like take these things. And so this guy has basically figured out how to make like video content out of these apps in a way that's like totally done through this like generative AI technology that I don't fully understand.
So what? Wait,
but it's very
do
interesting.
you give the AI a prompt and then you get results?
Yeah, so I think what it, and I'm not an AI guy, but I think what you're essentially doing is you're uploading a bunch of source imagery and you're training a data set based on that source imagery and then telling it what kind of output you want. And then like there's a whole bunch of complicated stuff that's happening and it's like combining all these different images into like crazy shit. It's like that Google Deep Dream thing from a few years ago, but I think it's just indicative of the future. And as a first glimpse of our generative media
Very cool.
future.
I wouldn't.
I didn't realize that was AI generated. That's,
That makes it more interesting. That's cool. Otherwise, that's just stuff I see at music festivals.
Is it a little nerve-wracking? It looked like there was a bunch of bodies sort of buried in the landscape there. That it's an AI thing. Like, should I be reading into that?
Rib cages.
Is that what you were seeing? Oh
Yeah.
my god! I
The
didn't.
center image, I saw like a rib cage or a couple.
Oh no,
rib
there was like
cages
limbs. There was
combined.
limbs in there. There was.
Yeah, it's a little creepy.
You know.
I need my glasses.
Like, should I be worried? Is this, you know, what are we teaching this AI?
Pink.
That's fair. Okay. I'm just going to drop another random fact, there's two that coincide. Okay, so there was a vaccine that has been approved for rollout that will vaccinate people against malaria.
Oh.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Which I thought was very cool. And there's another one, a breakthrough vaccine that has passed phase 1 of human testing that is a vaccine against HIV, and it's proven 97% effective on all of the participants that have
Oh
used it.
shit.
Well,
That's a big one.
it's a big year for vaccines, guys. Round of applause for the science.
Because I also think there was one for diabetes as well.
A vaccine for diabetes?
And they're all
vac-
mRNA vaccines. too.
Yeah.
If that is
I
true,
was going to say, I remember when they first started talking about creating the vaccine for COVID, there was a lot of conversation around in the research that came from trying to figure out COVID. They were realizing a lot of solutions to other problems. So it was just like, oh, we have to fix this. Oh, did you know that this could do this and this could do that? I'm curious how many of these are coming out of that research.
I don't think you would have this HIV and the diabetes one if it were not for the COVID mRNA vaccines. I think that they're using the same technologies and principles, but applying them to other diseases.
Had you already heard of these two?
Yeah.
Okay, so and they are mRNA
I
vaccines?
believe they. Let me confirm.
fact
that.
check.
Fact checker!
Nice. That's very good.
Yeah.
That's a really positive thing.
Right?
There's that.
Word.
There's they're
Stuff
really,
that's been like such a huge issue and cost so many lives, like that we've certainly heard of throughout our lives.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I know things
Fun.
have really like HIV. Solving HIV is like
It's a big one.
that's a
real
really big
one.
thing.
Yeah, I think they're pretty close to. I don't know how the right word for this. So there's two things where they're both with cancer and with this is bad. Where you forget your Alzheimer's.
Yeah.
It's hilarious that I can't remember Alzheimer's.
That's real
is that
bad.
bad? I'm turning 40.
that's bad.
Oh dear God. But they've found ways to not cure it, but stop it. So if you get diagnosed with it, then they can at least stop it in its tracks, and you can take
Did you
continued
say
medication.
cancer and Alzheimer's?
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting.
So the cancer one, I was just reading about, same idea, where if you get diagnosed, it'll stall it out essentially,
I mean,
so
that's
that it
great.
doesn't continue to spread. It's not. I mean, you can still go for surgeries and removals and all these,
Yeah.
but at least there's another option to be like, oh, I can just live with it. It becomes a livable
that's
disease.
That's
Yeah.
huge.
Where are we at though with the vaccines for like greed and hatred?
Yeah, those ones are running behind a little bit.
I mean that.
Harder.
I'm curious as to what's going to happen if it's going to go through with the whole like neural link, because that's also supposed to cure basically any. Do you not know about the neural link?
I think think I know about it, but honestly, my eyes are gonna glaze over.
Oh.
I'm just gonna be really honest with you right now.
It's a bus pass that goes
bus pass.
in all of the.
I love it.
Simple version is Elon Musk is funding research to put
like
little installs in
chips
your brain.
In your brain.
That, like little wires will go into
Yeah.
your brain, but it would the potential to
down.
that would actually be a cure for Alzheimer's.
Yeah.
They're saying, and that like a whole bunch of mental disorders that it can basically reprogram the way their brain is misfiring.
Okay.
In these ways.
Take it.
You know what? I was not on board, but as somebody with anxiety, depression, a little bit of OCD, definitely a lot of ADD, and
What was it?
touch of perfectionism. 5 count? Yeah, you know, if it could help with some of that,
Yeah.
some of that
There you go.
stuff going on.
Well, you can upgrade the RAM, get a new hard drive.
It's
You
gotta
know,
be.
You can.
It's got to be a telecommunication device too, because like no more screens,
no, it would
Apple.
be.
No more screens.
Eventually, probably not like G1, and also
Yeah.
I'm not going to be an early adopter of this shit. Like I don't want the first model at all.
I'm taking the first model.
I'm down. Sign me up right away.
model?
Plug me in.
Somebody's got to guinea pig it.
Yeah. You
But
know.
it's also
What's the worst that could happen?
it's also an attempt for humans to not get left in the dust if like AI takes off and
Yeah.
technology outpaces
The
us.
singularity.
Yeah, if
a way
you
for
could
us
take
to
a pill that would make you half robot / computer / machine / human and live forever, would you do it?
No.
Yes.
No?
No.
I wouldn't take a pill.
Ryan, would
'cause-
you do it?
Well, maybe.
If you could take a pill to live forever as
Oh,
a
fuck
like
yes.
computer machine, yeah?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Like now, okay, maybe now, but also like when you're on your deathbed, yeah, we're all gonna take it. Cool, take it to continue. However, like right now, if it was you have to take it now
I'd do it.
and compromise the rest of your life,
If I knew it
How
was
about wait? You didn't say why does
Yeah.
it compromise the rest of my life?
Yeah.
well, what if it didn't work?
Oh, okay. You didn't state that out of the
part up
gate. It wasn't
front.
an experimental
It's an
pill. It was
This is
just a pill that's gonna
that's
work.
got a
Oh, okay.
50% chance of me living forever and a 50% chance of me dying? Was that what we're saying?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Those odds are not good.
Those odds are not great.
Way to go.
But if
There's
it's a
new
pill that
things
works,
coming out about the
I'm in.
pill every day, so stay tuned.
I just want to know how things play out. That's the thing. I just want to know so badly. I want to, I just.
Yeah, I would let my if I could be somehow assured that my consciousness, like if they came up with a way for your consciousness to be uploaded or something into some
Yeah.
other,
Yeah.
like to leave the mortal coil behind.
Yeah.
And like someone that I trusted did it first, and like somehow I was like assured that this is. I mean, I don't know how you'd ever really know, but I'd probably do it.
I think I would too.
Wow.
Why not?
All
Probably do
well,
it.
those things weren't invented this year.
But
Yeah.
here's,
So-
here's
This year made you want them to exist.
Here's the follow-up question to that, though, is the pill has a 100% chance of success, but you only get one.
Yeah,
Wait,
just take it.
does everybody get one?
No, there's only one, and you're the only person who gets to take it.
Yeah, I'll
but your
take it.
partner
I'd
does
take
not
it.
get to take it, too.
I'm ready to be a
I'd
god.
still
Let's do
take it. I'm ready to be a god.
No?
I'd still take it.
Still no.
It's vampire.
There's a lot of downsides to that, and a lot of loss you're gonna have to go through. But
Yeah, pretty.
again, I'm still just.
But
too
also
curious.
a lot of time to get over it.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll go Highlander. Why
Yeah,
not?
screw it.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna hit you guys with another factoid since we were talking about phase 1 of human trials of that vaccine. Mexico has banned animal testing for cosmetics,
Yay.
making them the first country in North America to do so.
Wait.
Yeah,
yeah.
Done that?
Canada's working on it, but they're not there yet.
Really? We haven't done that?
yeah.
Nope.
It's kind of crazy that we haven't.
God, that's
that
disappointing.
the states have. I know, right?
How is that
Get your
possible?
shit together, Canada.
Yeah.
Let's
Yeah.
not. Let's
We like to
stop
think of
banning
ourselves in a
cosmetics.
pretty high up place here,
on
but that's
animals.
not.
Not to ban
Damn, that's not good.
Yeah, and it's always beagles.
It's always beagle.
They're so trusting of humans.
Yeah.
Poor.
But yeah, well done, Mexico.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Hell yeah.
What was the country that recently declared okay, sorry, I just have to
Declared
clarify.
what?
Octopus? Octopuses.
Octopi.
Apparently it is octopuses.
It's octopuses. It's not
Octopussy?
octopi.
This is the second time someone's talked about octopus here today.
Apparently it's octopuses because it's a difference between like Latin and Greek. I don't know. It doesn't sound great. But
I feel like it should be one of those things where it's octopus or octopus.
okay, but there's some country has
Octopi?
declared them sentient beings.
I think it's the
Yes.
UK.
Yes,
It's the
that's
UK.
true.
That's what it is.
And also, it was octopus and something else. Both got
Oh, well,
same
there's
status.
hippos. the cocaine hippos in
I'm
Colombia.
sorry. Oh, no, I know what that is. I'm like, cocaine. Oh wait, no, I know what cocaine
They've
nipples
been
are.
given personhood in Colombia.
I love that. But when you say that statement,
legal
all I'm
rights in
envisioning
Colombia.
now is just like sitting on the edge of like a watering hole, just like.
I picture a hippo that
I'm gonna accidentally kill someone now
An
'cause
idea
I'm so
for like a
big.
business. Let's start a
People walking
Gonna
by.
open a restaurant.
That's why hippos are so dangerous in the world. Not because of their jaw or their teeth or their anger. It was cocaine.
Yeah, it was cocaine. I have another one. So there is an artificial intelligence, since we were talking about Neuralink and that kind of thing,
Yeah.
an artificial intelligence that is being developed for grocery stores, which will reduce the prices of goods as they near their expiration date. So the closer it gets to its expiration date, the cheaper it is, and it is projected to reduce food waste by 40%.
Wow.
I have an amazing story to follow on to that
Yes.
with.
Sweet.
In Japan, there's a strong consumer preference at bakeries for a variety of fresh, unpackaged baked goods because they think that if it's not in a package, it means it's fresher. And so that led this bakery chain to hire this guy to develop this machine learning computer vision system that can look at a baked good and know what it is so that when they're trying to like check people out at this big corporate bakery where there's like hundreds of products and thousands of customers a day, they don't have to manually input, loaf of bread. They just put it on a thing and it scans the loaf of bread and it knows that it's a loaf of
it's
bread
got
and the
no
system
packaging.
pulls it up.
Okay.
That's cool.
But this was like a couple of years ago, a doctor saw this system and was like, these loaves of bread look a lot like cancer cells. And it turned out that this system that this bakery in Japan had developed to identify loaves of bread totally worked for identifying cancer cells and has since been widely in use in the medical industry to detect cancer.
What the fuck?
Wow.
A lot of that going on right now.
Like using games that are like accessible to the public to solve complex problems that then later get used for that sort of thing.
Cool.
I know.
Yeah, as long as we use
Rad.
them, it's great.
Yeah.
A lot of things I see invented in the world that I'm like, that's amazing. Why the fuck aren't we using this?
It's like Clark Griswold's
Yeah.
epoxy food, non-food additive cereal
also,
cruncher.
also out of Japan, an engineer developed a way to take plastic, and it's literally like a countertop machine. And he puts plastic in the top, and oil like comes out the bottom, reverting it back to its base elements.
That's
And
interesting.
and I was like, that's brilliant. Like, why are we doing that? Like we are very wasteful people, humans, incredibly wasteful. Like, if there's ways we can just make that work for us, let's do it.
Right? We're like, let's make a coffee in one tiny little pod.
Yeah, hey.
Idiots.
Convenience. Yeah, the microwave generation is a problem. That's when everything started coming in like one-use package.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It really is.
When I was in college, I
want it now.
needed that shit, but I also.
Okay, so we've got to definitely
Another
throw
one?
another
Yeah.
one of these. So let's check out
Let's see what we got.
another look inside Ryan's head. Alex, please roll another clip.
Yeah. What we got?
I like that it's become just a look inside Ryan's head.
Yeah. That is a way
wow.
bigger audience than I would have expected for this.
Yep.
Damn! Wow.
So,
That's a throw.
let me set this one up.
Yeah.
This is the Disc Golf World Championship. This is the biggest stage in the world of disc golf.
Sure.
This is the very last shot of the competition. The dude that just threw that shot in is down by 2 shots, and he's behind this guy named Paul Macbeth, who's like my least favorite person in the world of disc golf. I fucking hate Paul Macbeth.
Why?
And I just got into disc golf this year because he always fucking wins and he's boring.
Oh.
And like people like fucking James Conrad, Disc Golf Jesus, are just way more entertaining. And Paul Macbeth is just so boring and I hate him. But I got really into disc golf this year. And then this happened, and this was like World Series, bottom of the 9th, runners on the bases, 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. This was like the most
balls?
impactful moment in the history of the sport.
No.
And I just happened to be watching it live in the year that I got into disc golf.
Yeah.
And it was really exciting, and I'm here for it.
What is
Hey.
a ball in disc golf?
So no, that was a mixed sports metaphor.
Oh,
Like
okay.
baseball, where it's like, it's just like, it's the biggest moment, and he had to get that shot in, and it was like an impossible shot. And if he didn't make that shot, he lost. And so he made that shot just to tie it, and then they had to go to a playoff, and he beat the pants off Paul McBeth in the playoff, and everyone was happy.
Nice.
Yeah.
I find it amazing that you have hate in your heart.
For a disc golf player.
Like,
It's a very niche.
You know one.
Right?
Niche, you know.
Scott watches
Very
disc golf on
strange.
YouTube, like tournaments.
Yeah, Joe man.
That's a whole sport that's on YouTube, by the way. Jason,
I also
I know
found
it's weird.
the way that like disc golf is broadcast is really interesting because it's a sport built entirely on YouTube. Like it's the first generation of a sport that's basically found its audience through streaming. Because like 5-10 years ago, disc golf was nothing. And then these Jomez guys and Gatekeeper and a couple other brands, like I think what happens at disc golf tournaments is like anybody with a camera can show up and film it and put it on YouTube. And so they were just a lot more open. It wasn't like CBS or NBC or ABC had exclusive
Who had the
broadcast
rights,
rights.
Yeah.
So it became the sport for like a YouTube generation. And there's a bunch of like the top disc golfers are also popular and successful YouTubers. Like one of the biggest guys actually started out as like a YouTuber trick shot guy, and then he got into actual competitive disc golf.
Which makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although it's embarrassing how low the prizes for the tournaments are. Like this guy, I think won like 30 grand.
I was gonna
it
say,
is
like,
frisbee golf.
yeah, I mean, if it's got a great, that was an audience. That was a big audience there. Like
Yeah.
that was
They cheered a little bit.
And that was like the first tournament back after the pandemic too, and people lost their shit.
Yeah.
Like there's more, like there's a bajillion clips of this shot. Like you just see the joy in the people in the audience's faces. Like people were just running around.
It's very hard. I can't.
No,
it's hard. I suck at it.
Admittedly, like I've gone and played disc golf here, and like there's some courses here in town, and it's fun. Like gone with friends, and you bring a 40 and
That's it, you
have
drink.
some fun.
The drink.
You know, but that to me was
Like
sort of
watching
the
baseball.
Yeah, curling.
that was disc golf. I didn't know it was an actual sport.
It's
that
a
there
dad
was
sport.
leagues.
Like beer and frisbees. Just
Yeah.
walk around the woods and throw it into a basket. It's
Hey,
great.
that's golf.
I mean,
great.
Yeah.
also
But you don't need the posh outfits. It's not
Also,
elitist.
kind of what I like about it is it's just chill. It's just like
Yeah.
a bunch of dudes, you know, wandering around in some woods having a time. Like
Not
there's none of the
elitist.
like
There you go.
elitist
You don't need a country
millionaire
club
ball
thing.
guy shit of like other sports.
I love it.
It doesn't f up the terrain. You use like the existing woods. They don't use like water to make the grass pretty.
Yeah.
I have a recommendation for anyone who's out in the woods. If you enjoy bocce ball, backwoods bocce,
Yeah.
where you make your own sort of like rough terrain area. It's way more interesting and way more fun, and also great to drink. And
Truth.
My favorite game is taking a like
What do you
long
drink?
stick or log and like throwing it at a tree till it splashes and splatters.
So it's splinters.
Splinters. Yeah.
Just explodes against the tree.
Yeah, and but you gotta like hit them against trees and let them splinter. It's super fun. It sounds dumb, but if you get like a good sized stick and you throw it at a tree and it splinters, that's how you get points.
You can really tell what generation we're from.
Yeah.
We
So
make games out of sticks and trees.
I made this
Up
up
here
like
in
3 years ago.
Canada.
An
Yeah.
old
Well, you
game.
made that up 3 years ago.
I realized one of my favorite things
Beginning
to
of
do
the
outside
pandemic.
was hit trees with other old dead trees.
You know what? I purposely look for crunchy leaves.
Yeah.
Hell
It's
yeah.
fun.
Just
Oh,
step
yeah.
on and crunch.
You gotta go crunch the leaves.
Oh, yeah.
I'm on board with smashing sticks.
It's really fun.
Sometimes the like 8-year-old things, yeah.
Make kindling with it.
You do things where it's just like, oh, I could be having fun with my like 7-year-old nephew or 5-year-old nephew doing this, but I'm also just out in the woods as a grown-ass adult.
Anywhere I go,
Like,
I sit
yeah.
at the kids' table.
Whatever you're
Embrace,
into.
embrace your childlike
No knocking.
wonder. Never lose your childlike wonder. That is, I think, a secret to life.
Oh yeah.
I agree.
Random factoid.
All right. What we got?
Norway has a new law
Norway.
that social media influencers must disclose when they use a filter or retouch their photos to combat beauty and appearance pressures.
That's interesting.
Yeah, because a lot of people see
Good on you.
unrealistic beauty standards on social media,
Yeah.
and then they beat the shit out of themselves over it, and it can lead to like mental health disorders and like exacerbate depression and body issues and that kind of thing.
I thought I had read that on iWay.
That's awesome. I mean,
Jamila.
Yeah.
funny
Love
because it's
that
like
woman.
I think it's a awesome thing and about time kind of is more of the the reaction I have to it because it's like Instagram and all that kind of stuff is absolutely 100% that's a thing, but this has been a thing for a long time, well before we had social media. This was a problem.
When I was in school, that's what I was gonna do. When I was gonna stay and do a master's in psychology, that's what I was gonna do it on. Like, then it wasn't social; it was just media.
Just media.
Media's impact on your self-image and wow.
Well, because UK already has laws about that, where if you retouch a model or whatever, you have to disclose.
Really?
Should have to.
So there's some law around that where it's already with the media, where if an image is retouched.
Yeah.
I might be wrong in exactly what the law is, but yeah, it's a similar thing. So it's interesting doing it with social media influencers who are,
it's so harmless. Like the Snapchat filters, man, it's harmless. You're just like, oh, this is, and then before you know it, you're like, I don't like my face anymore, and that is
Because it's not your face.
That is harmful.
It's super harmful.
Yeah.
So I got rid of that crap.
Nice.
But it, like you think you're just having some fun. You're like, oh my god, you know. But it's like no, it gets weird.
What was that?
when they
Really weird.
like they can do makeup where like eyelashes, everything, where it's like perfect.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You're like, I
Like
don't
you can do a
like this.
perfect face of makeup, but
Yeah.
then it's just a filter.
It's all dull.
Yeah,
Like a doll.
it's weird.
Yeah. Real beauty, raw beauty. What? Love it.
Another random factoid: book sales have made a comeback.
You know what? That's not that surprising.
It's great though.
It's
print,
awesome.
Print is not dead yet.
It was like it's one of those things. And there's a few things I think fall into this category where somebody will be like, and I just had this debate the other night because somebody was like, oh no, we're going to be everything's going to go into VisFX and it's going to be VisFX people and animated
VR.
people, and we're not going to have in VR. We're not going to have actors, and it's going to be. I was like, that's not true. It was the same thing they said about books. Oh no, it's all digital now. Libraries are dead. Books, I mean, libraries might actually be dead, but books are not because
Libraries are dead.
No, not always, but you have access to a lot of stuff. People order a lot of stuff from online. Amazon kind of changed all of that. But I will say that books are definitely not dead. And I definitely am someone who prefers to actually still read a book. I like having the physical book.
I can't read on a device. I've tried. I don't like it. I like a book. I like the weird smell.
Flipping
all
a
of it.
page.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it just brings me a lot of joy to see bookshelves.
Oh.
Full bookshelves.
Yeah, right?
Yes.
They bring me joy.
Yeah, me too.
I was going to say, I wonder to what extent the kind of comeback in books can be attributable to the rise of D&D and tabletop role-playing.
I don't know that.
People are buying a lot of tabletop role-playing books these days.
They're attributing it to just the pandemic, that people are looking for escapism in novels and stuff, and have been going to books to sort of really detach from reality and not
But also,
look at a device.
and D&D might play a part in that, but I will say that as far as D&D is concerned, there's a lot of book, like not even just their game books, but there's a lot of like actual books that just take place in that world. Like one of our favorite series is in the D&D universe.
It's in Forgotten Realms,
Yeah, so it's just, But anyways, a lot of this.
I was going to say we had another What's in the Box redemption. Thank you, Keeley's Network.
Okay.
All right.
So first correct answer in the chat will win a box. What was the last one?
5.
5.
So 1 through 4.
Yeah.
Should I have knocked 5 down?
No, it's
That's fine.
Okay.
What was the top grossing domestic North American cinematic released movie of 2021?
Oh, I know this one.
Yeah, because I told you earlier.
Yeah, I know.
disqualified.
yeah.
Okay, so first correct answer in the chat, you will win a prize. I have another random factoid. This one I thought was particularly interesting. So in Berlin, they are opening what they're calling the House of One, which is a place of worship that will be shared as a church, synagogue, and mosque under one roof.
That's an interesting experiment.
Yeah.
Okay.
I really hope that works.
I can't wait. I can't wait for the post-implementation review of this.
Yeah. So it's on fire.
We have an answer?
In a rare confluence of circumstances, it was actually the person who redeemed that got the correct answer. Which seldom happens, and it's very satisfying when it does.
Yeah.
It was Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten
Network.
Rings, and Keeley's
was a
Network
great
has
movie.
picked box 1.
Number 1.
Wanna go?
Go ahead.
Huh? You want to go?
I have a dog in my lap.
All right, I'll go.
Sleep.
All right, I'll go.
I forgot I had on wool socks and Blundstones and Lululemons under this sparkly
What do
vintage
we got?
dress.
Keeley's Network.
I'm not getting it.
Oh, this is apt.
Oh, great game.
We have Pandemic. In case you weren't over the pandemic, play Pandemic.
Super meta.
The way I was going to pitch this one was, do you think that the government mishandled the outbreak? Do you think you could do a better job? Well, now you can prove it.
Yeah.
With pandemic.
Also,
Hashtag I did
Network
my own
says
research.
that you owe them more gifts.
This is true. Yeah, and we will.
What that
we'll work
means,
that one
but
out.
Trevor owes them gifts.
I'll put that with the other prize pile
There you go.
to be sorted. Congratulations. If you haven't played this, it's a
Well
very
done,
fun
Gears
game.
Network.
It's a cooperative board game where it's all the players versus
Taking the price tag off here.
the game.
Yeah.
we
Take
go.
note, governments
I'm
everywhere.
going to leave that one on there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Together.
Nice. It's a good game though. It's fun.
Oh, we have 2 more videos to throw to.
Yes,
So
we
let's
do.
let's
This
do
one's
another.
aggro.
This one, dear God.
Let's play another.
This was the risky one I was referring
This is
to
a
earlier.
risky one? Okay,
risky
so
one.
apparently this is a risky one. And
I've
if
seen
it's
this.
if it proves risky, it's entirely Ryan's fault.
Yeah, we
Please,
watched
Alex,
this
play
today.
the clip.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
This Channel 5 is a really interesting YouTube channel.
Yeah.
If anybody out there hasn't checked it out and you want to see some weird stuff, take a look.
So I'm not even exactly
like,
sure what this is.
I don't know how to explain it.
So this is from a YouTube channel called Channel 5 with Andrew Callahan. And he had another channel last year, and I can't remember what it was called, but essentially he's this like nerdy white kid that like travels around in a fake news van, and he goes to these different events like Trump rallies or, you know, anti-vax rallies or spring break in Palm Beach or whatever.
Okay.
And he just kind of does the like man on the street talking to people, asking them like seemingly innocent questions, but to get them to sort of reveal their true colors and their true selves. And so I think it's interesting because like this guy has his finger on the pulse of the American zeitgeist. Like this is the closest to the truth of the American experience I think you're gonna get anywhere right now. And he did this like feature-length documentary on these 2 fucking out there dudes from Florida, the Hoff twins, who are just some of the weirdest, most interesting people you're ever gonna see in your whole life. And it was just such like a hot 20 minutes of just like, what the fuck is happening in the world that these people exist?
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Channel 5.
I mean, honestly,
Yeah.
I think it wrapped up the United States in a bow real well. That's how I would describe it.
You definitely, you sit there and you're just like, oh wow, okay. What am I watching? What is this?
Yeah.
Like
But,
he did
like,
one at
they're very-
like
they're just-
Talladega Speedway for like one of the NASCAR races, and like every single person he talked to, it was basically the only word they could say was butthole. There's just this thing in like American like frat boy youth culture now where it's like show me your butthole, and so it was just like a 15-minute long video of him talking to different people who were like butthole, show me your butthole. It was weird.
Okay.
Not that I'm into
Very
that,
strange
but
channel. And to be fair, it probably doesn't actually, you know, I know.
Cats everywhere,
I
like,
know that
cat
the
daddy.
United States is a variety of people. I get that, and there's a lot of amazing people down there. But it definitely wraps up a certain percentage, real well.
All right, that was a weird one. So I'm gonna hit another random factoid.
Check out Andrew Callahan though.
Yeah, I'm still not even sure what I
You
just
should
watched.
check out the channel if you're interested.
I'm
It's a
curious.
funky
Yeah.
channel.
I'm definitely.
So
curiosity's tweaked.
in I don't know if it's Basel or Basel or what, BASEL, Switzerland, they have surpassed 1 million square meters of green space on the roofs of buildings because they passed in the 90s a mandate that any new building has to have a green roof.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's awesome sauce.
Yeah, I had pictures, Alex. I'm sorry I didn't get them to you in time. I was doing other stuff.
Imagine it, if you will. Close your eyes.
Month, year.
It makes
Yeah.
so much sense. I don't know why they wouldn't do it because it's cost saving because it's energy saving.
Yeah, it is. Apparently it helps hold the heat in the winter.
Yeah,
Lot,
helps
yeah.
hold the heat in, helps
And
keep
keeps
it
it
cool.
cool.
Looks cooler from planes.
Yeah. There was God, I wish I could get
Hobbiton.
pictures to Alex, but there was, it also creates its own little ecosystems. There's on one of the roofs in that particular town, or city, city, it is, sorry, it's one of the biggest places there. I was looking it up
the
last night.
cantonical capital.
Oh, well, there you go.
Switzerland doesn't have states or provinces; they have cantons.
Oh, interesting.
A cantonical capital.
Whoa,
That is
wild.
a beautiful alliteration.
Yeah. But they have, there's certain types of lilies that are on the roof of this one building, and it's the only place they now exist. Yeah.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Because we put life somewhere that it doesn't normally exist.
Yeah.
Look
It's
at what
wild.
happens. That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
Day.
But the Vancouver Convention Center actually has the largest green roof in the world.
They are a
know
very,
that.
very
Wait,
green building.
really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It came up while I was looking that up last night. It came up in that same article talking about this place. It was like the largest green roof in the world is actually
Interesting, because the Canadian National, I guess it'd be the military.
This is
museum?
according to one article I watched.
military-
You want to look that up?
Very, very
Fact check,
similar.
fact
but
check.
Very similar design and almost similar size, and also a green roof. It's in
okay.
Ottawa, and they're almost identical buildings.
Oh.
But one's a conference center, the other's the National History War Museum. That's it in Ottawa, and it's like a bunker, but it's all grass on top, like it's a green roof. So that's why I was like, oh, interesting. I'm curious.
Yeah.
It might be a little bit. It's a conference center, might be a little bigger.
I bet you if the Vancouver one's newer, they probably were like, we're gonna make it bigger.
We're gonna add 10 feet.
We're gonna make it bigger. we gotta up them. They don't take us seriously back east.
Jean McInnes said that we should be having crafts, and she thought there was going to be crafts, and I thought there was going to be crafts. You bamboozled me.
It's
You thought there was
true.
gonna be crafts? I didn't say anything about crafts.
It's
Roz isn't
Christmas,
here.
I thought we were gonna
Crafts
have
at
a
Christmas.
That was a Roz thing, mandatory fun, and Roz opted out of this episode. So
I just say.
not so many.
Okay, that's something that just hit my head, but I was like, yeah, we usually do crafts at Christmas. The fact that we are saying that we usually do crafts
happened
at Christmas.
once.
Have we had 2 Christmases here?
no.
Oh, thank God. I'm like, my head is like time is soup. I'm losing all
Usually,
no,
track
this
of
is
everything.
usually that one time.
was like, oh my
2021
God.
is a
Okay.
milestone year for AFL because it's our first full year of programming.
Yeah.
We launched in July 3rd of last year, man.
Yeah.
You know what,
Made
man?
166 pieces of content.
Yeah.
We've got over 40,000 view hours. We got the subscribers. We got the love. Just repeating what Ryan said to us today and added us all up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you for coming out.
Another quick factoid, ozone. The ozone layer is recovering, and it is on pace to heal fully by 2050.
I
Okay.
thought ozone was on Tuesdays from 3 till 6.
Oh, that's ozone.
That should come with a caveat. The ozone layer is repairing. We still have a lot of work to do. Okay,
Yeah, yeah.
that is not a
Yeah.
get out of jail free card. Ozone's repaired. We're done.
Yeah.
Still wear
Doing
sunscreen.
good.
Yeah.
Ooh, you just teed me off to another one by saying
Oh!
sunscreen. Hawaii, this is fun.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just
Wait,
looking for things in the
ban?
conversation. Hawaii has banned sunscreens containing coral endangering chemicals or coral harming chemicals.
Nice.
Which is
they're the
most
first state to
sunscreen.
do it.
Yeah.
So you really got to take a look for that. That's actually
shit.
yeah, it's
Look for
most sunscreen.
reef-friendly sunscreen.
It's
yeah.
certainly becoming a thing now, and there are more and more reef-friendly sunscreens coming to the market. But for the most part, if you go to like a Shoppers or something, or you know,
If you order from Lush UK, you can get a natural vegetarian sunscreen. Yeah.
Cool.
But you got to pay a lot of shipping.
Why is it called vegetarian? It's like,
Some of it's vegan. No, it's like I worked there. They're like squeezing
Most
avocados.
Sunscreen
Like
is
it's
made
no
of
joke.
meat, Trevor. Do you not know that?
just meat. SPF.
What do you
is
think they
like
do with the stuff that
small
they can't put in hot dogs?
yeah.
farm animals?
Put it in sunscreen?
Yeah, that's what sunscreen is.
Yeah, it's just.
I don't like
I'm
it.
making that up. That's not true.
I don't like it.
I'm so pale and just like, no.
I feel like putting
Need
vegan
it.
or vegetarian on a sunscreen is like
No, all products.
but
pandering.
there's-
Like,
Not really, because like squalene is an ingredient that you can get from shark, or
yeah.
you can get it from certain plants.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Plant derived is the way to go.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there's certain ingredients, or like if there's honey, that's not vegan.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, there are certain ingredients that
It's so weird
aren't.
to me. You're right, and it isn't. It's such a weird one to think of. You know,
Yeah.
in my head, I'm like, honey's not
Maple
vegan?
syrup.
Oh my
Yeah.
God! Wow.
Yeah, it's just any product from an animal.
Yeah,
I guess.
Yeah.
I
I don't put it in that category in my head because of how.
What the hell do they
think
put
about it,
in
but yeah.
sunscreens that comes from animals then?
Who knows? But they
Yeah.
might test on animals, which then just.
Oh, yeah.
Also not
that's
great.
gross.
Yeah.
But it is toxic. I do know that in the oceans. Once
Yes.
Once it gets in there.
And also, after multiple years of only having bleaching events, speaking of coral
Only
reefs,
having bleaching events.
yes, the Great Barrier Reef had its first bloom, and millions of coral babies have been released, and it is now expanding again.
That's amazing.
Oh, you should have said that like David Attenborough, but yeah, that's still.
The Great Barrier Reef. Coral babies are released into the ocean so that the coral can expand. Yeah.
Speaking of, oh, sorry, Holly, go ahead.
Babies float.
Well, no, I was gonna say, I know, but I'm about to be one of them.
Do it.
Because I was about to say there's been so many opportunities for a life finds a way. The ozone, the reefs, the roofs.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's
Yeah.
true.
The humans are fucked, but the planet will be fine.
Yeah.
Speaking of the climate, my favorite part of 2021 is got a Jeep.
But
Go. No,
Right.
but it is when we were talking about don't get the first run of anything. It is an electric hybrid plug-in Jeep.
Yeah.
I have 5,000 kilometers on it, and I have had 4 tanks of gas.
Wow.
Nice.
yeah.
That's
And
nice.
I live in the sticks, also known as Almost Langley.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to say Surrey, but
Almost.
and I drive to North Vancouver. Not all the time. ICBC, I know I tell you that I do it 6 times. I am coming back more. Okay, sorry it got weird. I thought there was a Big Brother
not need to
situation.
give that
You didn't have to say any of that. You didn't have to say any of that.
I knew.
ICBC is watching us on Twitch, you guys. Be careful.
They might.
Yeah.
You never know.
Somebody's on there going,
Conspiracy theory.
What's her name? Where's that name
Yeah.
she at? I gotta take this back.
Atrocity exhibitions. I work for ICBC actually, so you're busted.
Okay, let's.
What do we got?
I think we should throw before we lose track of time. Let's throw to Ryan's. Let's do Ryan's last clip as
we
a
go.
brief look
We got
inside
Ryan.
Ryan White's head.
This one might be the least exciting of the bunch.
all right, well, that's
Oh,
interesting.
Okay.
Good setup.
Let's see it.
My
Play the
favorite
clip,
is
Alex.
Kirk has the
jump in
ball over to
corner, though.
Howard. Howard just put up a bad 3-point shot. And yeah, they lost. The Mavericks lost. Okay, simulate out of here. Ayo, it's been real. It's been fun, but it ain't been real fun. Shout out Michael
NBA
Beasley,
history.
Manu Ginobili,
Oh,
22,
interesting.
9 and 9.
Okay, so
This is this guy from New York City called Cleek Productions, and I'm like a huge closet basketball fan.
is this a video game or what is this?
Well, what he does is really interesting. Is he using the video game NBA 2K21 and now 2K22?
Yeah.
He explores these alternative NBA histories. Like, what if Michael Jackson, Michael Jordan, and Shaquille O'Neal were on the same team? Or what if Kobe Bryant was drafted today? Or what if you reset the whole league and did all these different things? What if everyone was 7.5 feet tall? What if everyone was 5'2"? And then he'll simulate 10 or 20 years.
That I'm interested in.
He'll simulate 10 or 20 years at a stretch of NBA time. Because
Okay.
these video games, they have kind of a manager mode where you're not playing the actual game. You just say simulate the
Making
game.
trades and
it'll show, what the scores are and what happened, who got traded, who got signed, all that stuff. And it's just it's this weird confluence of sort of gaming and sports and also alternative history stuff, which I find super, super fascinating. And I also have a weird back of my head idea that I've been mulling over for a number of months now, where I think I could probably game the sports betting market doing something that this guy's inspired me to do. So,
All right, well, that's
if you ever want to build a server farm full of PS5s and
yeah?
make millions on sports books,
Will you be a
Good
guest
ideas
on the
all around
Twitching
here.
Hour?
Yeah, good ideas all around.
I think he winked at me.
I would be into watching the short man's version of NBA. I'd be down for that. I'd be curious. What is an entire team of 5'3"
It's on Super
NBA?
Nintendo where they're all scrunched.
But then put Spud Nelson in there and leave him at his regular height.
Yeah.
Bud Webb.
Spud Webb? Who's Spud Nelson? Nobody.
We're making up potato
I'm not a
people.
basketball fan.
I'm all about sports ball.
Spud
so,
Webb. Yeah, sports ball. Sports
ball. Play sports.
Iron Man.
What happened
Okay.
to nerd news?
I'm going to throw a couple in here really quick. Where'd that other one go? Too many notes. It was the ocean cleanup thing. So we were talking about environment and stuff.
Yes.
And the Ocean Cleanup, which
Yep.
is the name of the nonprofit, has removed 20,000 pounds of plastic from the Pacific Ocean this year.
Wow.
Oh my gosh. Can you fact check for me the Ocean Legacy?
that is both
I
amazing
know
and
the people
disappointing.
that run Ocean Legacy and they do some really awesome work. And
Oh.
it's the same thing. They have pulled so much plastic and crap out of the ocean that their biggest challenge is where to put it until they can get it.
See, this is my problem with this whole thing. This is why it's both an amazing thing and a huge disappointment.
Shoot it at the moon.
They move it. They just
Yeah.
Shoot it at the moon.
Like,
or turn it back into oil.
Yeah. Okay. Yes. Can we use the new technology?
Yeah.
They can.
Just introduce
Lush
those
was
guys to
making
those
pots
guys.
with it.
You know?
That's cool.
It's just
yeah.
Yeah.
It's both frustrating that it
Wait, wait.
existed.
Could read-
Lush is making what?
Lush was taking it and making all the black pots they had. They were a lot of Lush promotion tonight. 10% of the pot is made from plastic found from the ocean
Oh, cool.
by the Ocean Legacy, who are just Chloe is just one of the coolest people. We were talking earlier about trying to make a set that was made out of all foam and crap from the ocean. How flippin' cool would that be?
That'd be rad.
Sure would smell great.
Oh yeah, it'd be great.
Super fishy. No, we'll clean it.
Yeah.
We'll clean it.
Laundry Body Wear also does their bathing suits, and I think they're a Vancouver-based company. It's a couple women out of Vancouver, I believe, and each one of their bathing suits is made from recycled plastic that they
Really?
find on. Yeah.
Huh.
Cool.
Yeah.
I like it.
Wait, would that breathe?
Yeah, I have a couple.
Yeah?
You would think that plastic is like a very
because
sweaty
they-
material.
but
Fleece is made from
Yeah,
plastic.
it's all
Pulled apart
it's
fibers?
spun. Yeah, it's all
Oh, okay.
fibrous. So it's like a stretchy fabric. It's just a bathing suit.
Because I always, like, polyester and me don't get along.
No.
Like, when I wear polyester, it's just like, why am I so hot?
Oh my God, I was sweating buckets all day in that Rugrats Christmas sweater. Just like my natural deodes is not gonna hold up. It's
Yeah.
we got some
This is
problems.
again something you don't have to share.
Hey, we got 2
They
minutes
can't
left.
smell you.
I'm very transparent.
Okay, that's great.
Smell-o-vision.
Okay, yeah, you're
Dear
still a
God.
point though. We only have a couple minutes left. So this one I didn't want to not say because this is very cool. Chile is creating the first constitution to be drafted by an equal number of women and men. Yeah.
Tell me more about what that
That's
means.
pretty
I'm not
cool.
sure I understand.
They're drafting their constitution.
Yeah.
And they have the people who are doing it instead
Yeah.
of, you know, like the founding fathers.
Yeah.
It's an equal. It's equality.
parity.
It's a,
Yeah.
yeah. It is gender parity.
Nice.
Damn.
Yeah.
So wait, 2021. It only took us.
It's good.
It only took us 5,000 years.
Don't get too excited. It's not happening anywhere else. Praise Chile, but we got some work to
Wow.
do around here.
But setting an example.
Yeah.
Which I thought
North
was
America, heat. Yeah. Just dope.
There you go. I like it. That's some good news.
What else do I have?
What else you got? We only have
You know
a
what
couple
though?
minutes
You
left.
guys didn't
Right? What
share
we
your
got?
guys's like this year.
You want my? Well, okay.
I mean, you've got a bunch of
Yeah.
like facts and things already.
Yes.
We haven't heard Chris's other than we're still here.
But, okay.
You know,
I know I keep saying that.
Didn't do his homework.
Okay, you know what? Trevor came to me and said, "Hey, what are some positives that came out of the last year that you want to focus on?" Which was genuinely a very difficult question because I was like, even when I think outwardly, everything you see, that the news feeds you, that you're it's a lot of negativity out there, a lot of negativity to focus on. The world is both figuratively and literally on fire. You know, like it's
Not right now. Right now it's flooded.
now it's flooding. That's the other side of it. But so it was a genuinely difficult question. And when I say we're still here, it's because we are. And honestly, that is my favorite achievement because we went through a lot of turmoil here trying to just survive this pandemic and what it brought upon us.
forest
and the
fires
difficulties
and
and forest
floods
fires.
and-
And you know, like it made everything harder, especially to do something like this, what we do here. And so for me, really, it was the most positive things I can think of come from here and watching us come together to get through this time, the hardship, to keep going, and not only keep going, but to thrive and feel success. And to like that,
Yeah,
that
I think-
to me is the thing I'm
yeah,
most proud of.
I've been this company has been what I've poured most of the
Yeah.
vast majority of my energy into
Yeah.
this year. So the fact that I think the biggest milestone for me this year is launching Ready to Roll and it being well received and people responding to it and enjoying it, and that's a huge win.
Yeah.
That's I mean, it's also partially because it's more recent. It's funny because I think that we as humans have a tendency to remember the negatives more than the positives.
Oh, yeah, it's a normal
so it's,
thing.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
it's so much harder to be like pick those really positive moments throughout the year because the negative ones just they go to the forefront.
Yeah.
I learned that when I was working in retail. That was part of like how they were training me, and they trained everyone for like a shopper will tell maybe 5 people about a positive experience, but they'll tell 20 people about a negative one.
Yep.
And yeah, we have a tendency to focus on the negative, and it's a really crappy human thing, which is why I was like, focus on the positive.
Like common enemy, bonding through criticism. It's very human. I
Yeah.
don't know why, but it, like lots of people get weirded out by like, I love you,
Yeah.
man. I love you, man. I love you, man.
Yeah.
But it's also
Hippie.
good.
Yeah.
It's like,
but yeah, and I know there are good things that happened in the last year. A lot of them, in fact.
Yeah.
It is just it's not the thing that comes to the forefront. But and my whole world was very much this place.
Yep.
For this year, so it was just.
it's been a year.
Yeah.
A good one.
I felt like it was like making me look for silver linings.
That's fair.
You know?
Yeah.
That's why, like, I didn't think it was that hard. I found it difficult to do the homework in sending images and videos to Sky Daddy.
You tried it on, you don't like it.
I don't like it.
Not for everyone.
Sorry, Alex, but I started looking. I would, be thinking about something and go, oh, this is actually quite a nice, like, silver lining to this.
Nice.
Yeah.
I started finding them more.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Good.
Yeah.
That in and of itself is a highlight.
Yeah.
Is being able to find silver linings more.
Yeah.
That's rad.
Yeah.
I like that a lot. I think we should end on that note. So,
Yeah.
thank you guys for being here.
Thanks
Thank
for
you
having
for
me.
fact checking.
year.
I want to thank actually the entire Filthy Lot, since this is the last Filthy Talk of the year.
Seriously.
I want to thank the audience for being here every week with us. I want to thank everybody here for making all of the things we do happen. It's been nuts, and it's only going to get bigger. We're just getting started.
We really are.
So I said earlier, I misspoke and said this is the last broadcast of the year, but it's not, because tomorrow we have our last watch party of the year with episode 4 of Ready to Roll being released. We will be live at 5. So see you then, and until next time, stay filthy. Oh, I have so many cards.
Throw them all up in the air.